Welcome to the TDC Today Show USA. We are so glad to have everybody joining us here today. The Disability Channel is an amazing, amazing group, and we are so blessed to have the opportunity to share some wonderful friends with all of you today. But first of all, my name is Sue Roskoff. It's nice to see you guys. And I'm going to bring in the one and only, the ambassador to the TDC Today Show. I'm going to bring in Kurt Roskoff to say a quick hello. So Kurt, come on in and say hi to everybody.
All right. Hello, everybody. I want to, with all of that, give recognition to all of the ambassadors of the Disability Channel. Great work, as we're founded, headquartered, and operated out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And so, yeah, the attraction here is that Sue and I have been doing radio stuff with River West Radio out of Milwaukee for 7 years now. And the story here is I found the Disability Channel 3.5 years ago, so halfway through our radio journey to this point. And I had that appetite to say, it's great being on radio, but what about TV? And so I figured I had to create something that was in my mind, like the Disability Channel. But here it's been going for, at this point, over a dozen years already. Great work, showcasing abilities, television buy-in with people with disabilities and veterans. And we hail our veterans service organization, Project iHeart. Project iHeart is responding to veterans suicide by spreading hope to veterans. So it's a great progression that we have here through this enterprise, and it's very unique. Because, again, in my appetite to do something like this, I was going to do it thinking I was the one to bring it forward. But no, Jay Stoyan, is the pioneer here, leading the way in the world to say that people with disabilities have a place for sure in TV production. So with that, Sue, back to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Kurt. We do have two wonderful friends joining us today, and I'm excited to introduce, first of all, Aaron, I want to have you come on in, and if you could give everybody a glimpse of who you are. And you can see in your background, it says Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. I love your background. It's gorgeous. So if you could give us an introduction to Aaron.
I sure will, Sue. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for being here. I am Aaron Outlaw. I am 13-year post-stroke brain aneurysm survivor. I'm also CEO and founder of Stroke TV Media. And I host a show twice a week, this one, and it's a Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. Every Wednesday, it's just at 9 a.m. on YouTube.
Excellent. So you have plenty of your own experience here with putting on shows as well. So I'm excited to have you here with us. We've been blessed to have met you through the Happy Neighborhood Project and all the wonderful people that we have met through that great organization. I'm so glad it's brought us together. I also want to bring in our other guests that we have here as well. Liam McLaughlin's been here with us in the past and has always been wonderful with giving us updates on what's all going on in his little corner of the world, which is not so little. His reach goes far and wide. So Leon, come on in and give a hello and remind everybody who you are and what your organization's all about.
Thank you so much, Sue. Yes. Everything is going really well here in Seattle. We're here in Seattle, Washington. The name of the organization is the Clean Water Foundation, and we provide water for children and their families around the world. We're currently in over 40 different countries providing clean, fresh drinking water to children around the world. Our latest project is now with the Hopi and Navajo Reservation in Arizona. And also we're teaming up with Volterra's famous Italian restaurant to send water units and supplies to Maui because of the disaster that just happened there. So we're having an event for the Hopi and Navajo Reservation September the 16th and 17th, a big fundraiser in Sedona, Arizona. And August 25th, we're having an event in Kirkland, Washington at Volterra's famous Italian restaurant for Maui. And we're going to be bringing water units into the schools in Maui for the children and their families. So we've already donated 2 water units that's going to be going there. And if anybody want to get involved, they can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. If they want to make a donation, 1 unit costs $150. That unit can provide 10,000 gallons of water. And we're donating 2 units. So 20,000 gallons of water in schools they'll have clean, fresh drinking water, and the filters takes out viruses and contaminants, a special custom filter that we made. So if anybody want to donate, they can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org for the Maui or the Hopi and Navajo fundraisers that we're doing. So glad to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Leon. I'm not at all surprised to hear that you are making an impact in Maui as well. That's so great to hear. And
yes.
Aaron and Leon, I don't know if you two have had a chance to meet. So I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
I have, so thank you. Leon, just so you know, before my stroke and my brain aneurysm, I have my own company, and I did water storage tanks and water filtration, and the price you're giving people, if they're willing to donate and help your cause, is extremely well priced. That is amazing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you so much. And we need all the help we can get. If you know anyone want to volunteer, help us out. If they know any, we do have a connection to some schools over there, so we don't have to go through any bureaucracy to get the water units there. So we're really happy about that. From some of the staff at Botera's restaurant, some of the staff is Hawaiian, they got family over there. So we're actually going to donate the units, give it to them, and they're actually going to bring it to the schools there. So we don't have to go through any red tape. But if anyone would like to join us, know people or schools that we could donate these water units to, please contact us. Like I say, you can go on our website. And if you got any connection or homes that people need water units, these fundraisers we're doing is going to be for the schools and the homes. And you can gravity feed with these water units, so you don't need electricity. So
Wow.
That's another good thing. If they don't have any power, they can still have clean water because you can gravity feed with these water units.
That is amazing. You're talking to a water I did that for a living, so.
Oh, we're glad I'm hooked up with you then. We have to, Sue, you have to connect us together, and we would love your advice on this project that we're doing. So it must have been meant to be.
That's all right. No.
Excellent. Well, and a wonderful friend of the show has joined us here as well, Marianne of Waikiki. Speaking of Hawaii, Marianne is joining us. I know she said she's in a place where it might be a little noisy. She's in the middle of a hurricane right now. But Marianne, are you able to talk to us? Oh, you're on mute there.
Yeah, I'm able to talk. It's just a matter of you can hear. I'm in a hotel, marina, bar, restaurant here. Is totally packed in the marina. And we had lightning and thunder, some little flooding, and that's just the beginning of it. It's still south of Cabo, and we got some light rain here now. I'm really surprised that these captains are going to take families and young children out in the water with rain and the conditions. And anyway, so it's a noisy Saturday here. So I don't have internet in my apartment for unknown reason, but we got through the night. Had a little sleeping pill after the big crash came, and just praying, please don't take my electricity out. So I was in Hurricane Kate, actually on a sailboat last year, September here in San Carlos. So we'll see what happens. And this storm is it's major. It's going to make its way up to Los Angeles, San Diego, and this is what's happening around the world. But the good news is that Leon McLaughlin is making great progress to help our friends in Maui to bring filters to worldwide schools. And I'm in communication with Suzanne Sims. We have a new press release, and working on the website. We are applying for awesome foundation grants, 2 separate grants we found out about. One for just applying and the book writing, and the second one is a specialty for disabilities. So if you hear a little journey out here, strangers place, and so I'm really excited. So we have an opportunity to get $2,000 from Awesome Foundation to write the climate change book, and I've been working on updating the website and adding some photos, and we hope to make a section. We have Auntie Renee and Leon on the website. .com. We're gonna
Oops.
Let's just give it a moment here to see if she comes back okay. With a hurricane going on, I can't even imagine what
I
the
mean, you guys believe
dynamics are.
Dude, I'm in California in the North Bay. That hurricane that she's talking about is going to make it all the way up. Not the actual hurricane, it'll be a tropical storm. But it's going to make it to California up in the North Bay. And it's been since 1930 they've had this happen.
Wow, because when she was talking about where that hurricane is, I was thinking the same thing of how long has it been since I've heard about a hurricane in that area? How odd. I wonder how that came about this year. There's so many odd things happening with all the fires and a hurricane in a different location. It's like
climate change. Yeah. It's nuts out there. Just like you said, this climate change thing is for real.
Yeah, it's amazing. We need to all adapt and figure out how to help each other out. What you're doing with being able to provide clean water, and we all have necessities in life. Clean water is one of them.
Oh, exactly. That's why we're so happy that we actually can go to the schools, and it's a miracle that they still have schools there on Maui because of that. But the schools are still there, and they're planning on opening those schools for the kids, just to give them a hug, teach them about survival. They're doing those kind of classes right now, like disaster relief. What do you do? And we're happy that we can bring those water units directly to those schools, teach the kids about clean water, and they can be goodwill ambassadors and bring the water home. Because from what they were saying, that the fires, a lot of poison got in the air and water. So we're putting these special filters there that would take out contaminants and viruses. And happy that we're going into the schools with the water filters. Yep.
So I gotta ask Leon, because this guy goes back to my early days. But Leon, you're gravity feeding a water filter that removes viruses is amazing, bro.
Yeah. And the reason why we got these units like that, like you just said, because we know a lot of places don't have power. So imagine they can get a bucket of water, gravity feed it through the system and have clean water, even if it's dirty water in the streets or coming out of there, wherever the water source is, we can do the gravity feeding. And that's the perfect thing for disaster relief. And what we are very happy about is that these machines don't need electricity, because that's a real issue over there, that the power. So we're glad that we got these gravity feeding units that can do 10,000 gallons of water per unit. So that's for drinking water. So yeah.
It's amazing.
I have a quick question.
She's gone.
If I hear you got a quick question.
And she's coming to us live from the hurricane area. So
yeah, that's serious.
In and out.
So we'll wait, see if we can get her back again here. In the meantime, I want to bring Debbie Hayes in to say hello and welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here, Debbie. You want to say
Thank
hi
you.
and remind everybody who you are?
Yeah, Debbie Hayes. I partner with Pet Club 247 to have healthy food, treats, and toys for our pets. And we feature the Coriolis versicolor mushroom to modulate the immune system. And sorry, I had a hard time getting in. I don't know what was wrong with my
Well, we're glad you're here. Always glad when you're able to come on in and join us. And actually, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to meet Aaron yet. Are you,
I believe the
I
last time I
saw
was
you-
on very briefly.
I saw you once in the show, but I don't remember a podcast. But great to see you, Debbie.
Yes, good to see you, Aaron. Now I can't get to the screen that has every. I'm having.
you're
Sorry.
good. You probably just swipe to the right or left. You'll probably get right back to us.
Well, that's what I'm trying, but it's not working.
Technology, it's always fun. It gets us all connected from all. I mean, we're from all over the place here. Actually, Debbie, where are you again?
Arizona.
You're
Oh.
Arizona. Got Aaron came from California. Leon's up in Washington. We're in Wisconsin, and Marianne of Waikiki. Actually, she's in Mexico right now. So it's awesome. I love how we can all connect from all over the place and have this amazing connection here on the TDC Today Show. So actually, I'm going to throw it back to Aaron to ask can you tell us a little bit more about your show that you produce?
Yeah, I do a show. I do two, but I'll mention the one, and I'll mention the second. But every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Circuit Media YouTube channel, I do host a show called the Circle of Genius a Circle of Genius show, a survivor experience, and I do various things. But as you can tell, my target is stroke. I'm an expert stroke person. It's really amazing to meet. I do another show, which is really a mainstream show on Fridays on YouTube at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, called Stroke of Genius Show Executive Experience. Why interview mainstream executives from all over that are real forward thought leaders that really are making an impact in the world today. I'm happy to do it.
Excellent. Very, very good.
Yeah.
And Debbie, you want to tell us a little bit more about what you do with Pet Club 247 and give a little more insight? And we have just a couple minutes here yet, but if we can give a little tease and we can dive in a little bit deeper in our next episode too. But you want to remind people a little more about what your favorite aspect is of what you do?
Well, my favorite aspect is that through use of the mushroom that I mentioned, that we can help people and we can help pets. One of our most recent stories, which I don't think you've heard, Sue, is a fella, actually a podcaster, who has throat cancer. Not a good thing for anybody, but especially not for a podcaster. They said, we can operate. You may not be able to talk when we're done. So he found out about the mushrooms at the very beginning of his diagnosis, and he hadn't tried anything else for that cancer. After 3 weeks, it was 66% smaller.
Wow.
He was feeling a lot. And there's.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
ask you a question? Answer your question, Debbie. I was stroke survivor.
Yeah.
Where's the mushroom from?
Where does the mushroom come from?
Yes.
Okay, we have a proprietary line that we got from Japan. Just to go back a little bit, about 30 years, this gal had stage 4 lung cancer, and they were Asian, and her son reached out to one of their relatives in Japan who said, we're working with this mushroom. They sent her some, and it was one of those deals, where Sloan Kettering had said, we've done everything we can do. Go home, get your affairs in order, enjoy your family. That's stuff, like they do. And she started feeling better. And a couple months later, since she was still alive, they had her come in again and tested, and they go, oh, what did you do? There's no more cancer there. This has never happened before. With stage 4. So she ended up living another, 20, 25 years. She died not because of the cancer, not because of any cancer. So about 6 years ago or so, her son and 3 of his friends were sitting around going, wow, we had dogs die. All of us had somebody in our family that had a dog died within the last couple months. 65% of our dogs get cancer. So we attribute that to the fact that they're not having quality food and treats. So they said, why can't we put this in a mushroom? Why can't we put this mushroom in a dog treat? And that's how it started. The first one, do I have time?
Actually, I think, why don't we bring that into our next episode? We're going to give a little tease. So anybody who's listening now, you got to come back to the next show because she's got some good stories to share with us. I want to give a huge thank you to Aaron, Debbie, Leon, Marianne. Thank you guys so much for being here with us with the TDC Today Show. So again, my name is Sue Roskoff. Kurt Roskoff is here as well as our TDC ambassador. And we are so thrilled to have this opportunity. And for all you guys bring to us, we thank you.
Thank you very much for having me on
Thank
the
you,
show.